MLB The Show is literally adding my favorite player of all time for MLB The Show 24, so fire up the hype train, I'm on board. I was pretty on board anyway, as I create content on YouTube for the game, but I am even more so on board as of yesterday's feature premiere. MLB The Show's second feature premiere for MLB The Show 24 was, again, about storylines. And before we talk about the handful of very exciting things that came from the feature premiere, because there were, let's be honest, some exciting things that came from the feature premiere, I do want to say, because I know you're all going to say it, I am also confused as to why we've gotten two separate feature premieres, the first two feature premieres, both on storylines. Granted, this is a new mode of storylines or a new type of storyline, so it is new content, it is different. I'm here for it, I'm fine with it. But the fact that I'm recording this now the morning of February 23rd, and we still don't have any significant news about like actual gameplay updates or content updates or, things of that nature, that is confusing and borderline concerning. So I feel your frustrations, I hear them, I'm in your boat. This, of course, gets amplified by the fact that the next feature premiere is not until March 7th, so there's no feature premiere next week. So I don't know, maybe they'll drop like a trailer that's got a bunch of updates, I have no idea. I will keep you posted, I promise. But we are here to talk about the information that came from last night's feature premiere, so buckle in, enjoy it, make sure you like and comment down below what you thought about the feature premiere and its contents, and the biggest thing you can do, guys, subscribe. This is going to be your number one place, or one of your number one places, for MLB The Show content throughout the year, so hit that button and follow me along. Alright, we're going to get the big stuff out of the way first and then circle back to the small stuff. I know how retention rates work on YouTube. You guys want the good stuff right away. We start with 3 new legends. The core 4 is complete. Now, if you're not a Yankee fan, this feature premiere probably didn't do diddly shit for you. However, in all sincerity, Paul O'Neill is my favorite baseball player of all time. You guys probably can't see it. You 100% can't see it. I have an autographed photo of him right there. It's big. It's beautiful. Paul O'Neill being in the game is super exciting for me. I cannot wait to hit tanks with Paul O'Neill. But joining him is Andy Pettitte. He will complete the core 4 of Derek Jeter, Jorge Posada, Mariano Rivera, and now Andy Pettitte. And Bernie Williams, don't sleep on my man Bernie. Bernie's a switch hitter. Bernie had a great swing. Bernie played a little center field, a little corner outfield when he got older. I'm here. This is awesome. This is incredible. Is it a good deal of Yankee pandering? Potentially. Yes. There are plenty of other organizations that do not have the legend representation of the Yankees in MLB The Show. If I'm being fair, they also don't have the legend caliber of the Yankees, just in general in real life. But SDS hopefully will do a good job this year of diversifying the rest of the legends so that they aren't Yankees, because we gotta let everybody have fun. We gotta let everybody get the players they want to have. Scan, friend of the show, thinks this could potentially be a first look at what an Andy Pettitte card would look like in the game. I believe this was a 1996 Topps. Yeah, there you go. Interesting. I'm cool. I'm here for it. I like when they incorporate real-life baseball cards as the game's cards. They kind of started to get away from that a little bit with all the fresh graphical art that the design team has been putting together, which is cool. They're a great design team. But I like when they can use cards that have existed in the past. So I like this. I'm here for it. So part of Derek Jeter's storyline mode is that you're going to play through the pivotal moments of his career and play sometimes as some of his pivotal teammates, aka Pettitte, O'Neill, Bernie, Williams, but also some things that happened in his career that are just noteworthy. The way they're dropping this content is you're going to have the 1995 through 2000 seasons available at launch. The rest of his career, 2001 to 2014, will be downloaded at a later update. I think they said a couple weeks into the game, maybe a month into a game. Oh, they said a few weeks after launch. Verbatim, a few weeks after launch. As Ants rightly points out, you simply cannot tell the story of Derek Jeter's career, specifically from 2001 to 2014, without Alex Rodriguez. When they were not teammates, when they were rivals, and when they were teammates. You simply cannot tell his story without A-Rod. There is no confirmation of A-Rod. I'm not trying to get everyone all hyped up for no reason, but if we're talking about pivotal moments in Derek Jeter's career, you cannot have won the 2009 World Series without Alex Rodriguez, who helped get them there, and this is my other pick for who I think we're going to get, Hideki Matsui. I think there's a strong chance we get both of them in the game this year, and hopefully announced soon. And a follower of mine, Caleb J. Hale, shout out Caleb, said this on X on elon.com, and I thought this was super cool. I support this theory. There are 10 stars on the Subway roadmap and only 8 legends on the list, meaning the list of Chili Davis, Wade Boggs, Jeter, Rivera, Posada, Pettit, O'Neill, Bernie. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but maybe they sneak a Manny or A-Rod in as another reward. And this is why I think there are 2 more rewards coming, and them being A-Rod and Matsui, actually. So as you can see here, you're on the Subway line. This is the actual user interface, by the way, of the Derek Jeter moment, which I think is sick. Or Derek Jeter storyline. You're along the path, and then boom, here's 1 star. So I think those are the stars he's referencing. Because then you go up here and boom, there's another star. There's another. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 maybe? I can't count. 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 11. Maybe this is an optional one. We'll just say 10. So yeah, I mean, I'm here. You can't have Derek Jeter's story be told without Alex Rodriguez. They go hand in hand, especially in the latter portions of Derek Jeter's career. So I think it has to happen. The Kingdom is also back in MLB The Show, and that is because some very pivotal moments of Jeter's career have happened in the Kingdom. It looks pretty good. I saw some complaints in the comments that people are upset that the seats are not red like they're supposed to be. I've never been to the Kingdom, I don't know. This photo was also from 1977, so I don't know. It looks cool. It's a dome, so that's interesting. I'm curious how it's going to play. I'll give it a shot, though I don't imagine it being a very good stadium to play in for online play, because most Major League parks are not. But still, super cool. I'm glad people are getting a new stadium. That's now 2 new stadiums we're getting, if you count the new Negro Leagues field that we are getting. So, and I guess technically plus a Forbes Field update, which I was also told happened last year, but wasn't really publicized or something. I don't know. But new stadiums are coming. I know people always want new, fresh places to play. Kingdom is here. We talked about this in a mailbag Monday, a week or so ago even. Like, not even that long ago. We kind of want new menus to make the game look cool. Well, bingo, bango, bongo. There's your new menus. I think it looks great. I think it looks dynamic. I think it looks more interactive. When you click on each of these modes, a little animation art pops up. That's new. That's cool. It looks very modern. The problem is, and Mills pointed this out, as did others, it is going to be bright. Bright. If you're playing in the middle of the night in a dark room. So it would be cool if MLB The Show could put in, like, program a dark mode, like everyone has on their phone. I have dark mode enabled on everything on my phone. It's just better for your eyes. But I think this looks great. I just wish there was a dark mode option. And who knows, there might be. They didn't talk about one. There might be. I'm not saying there isn't, but I'd really like one. And the catch of the feature premiere goes to Floey. Shout out to Flo. Flo has parallel 5'd 1,000 players from this game. He is the Parallel 5 guy. That's actually his handle on whatever system he plays on. But this was not actually talked about in the feature premiere. It was just shown. I don't understand why they don't do that. They should probably talk about the things they show that are different. It looks like pinpoint has been flipped for lefty pitchers. So this is, I think, like a 2-seamer maybe, or one of these pitches. I don't know what pitch this is going to be. But it's flipped. It's different now. If you're a lefty pitcher, you have to do the reverse of what a righty pitcher does. Is that something that most people will get used to within a week or two, just like the new fielding meter this year? I'm sure. But I'm all for adding little wrinkles of difficulty. This is probably not going to impact the course of a game. This is probably not going to be the reason you'll lose a game. But there will be moments in which someone messes up the pinpoint and a hit happens. Or you walk a guy. Or, you float a pitch over the middle. I am all here for little opportunities to present people with skill challenges, and I think this is super cool. It also just makes a ton of sense. The last thing we are going to talk about here, I'm going to make this full screen, and hopefully it looks okay. It might be a little pixelated, but that's fine. The volume is off. They nailed Derek Jeter's jump throw as a moment to play in the storyline. And look at all the cool things happening here. There's dynamic fielding response and button input to determine the accuracy of the throw. This is an offline mode, obviously. So you can do things like this. But I would love, and I said this on the Twitter machine, I would love if there was a way to incorporate some of these dynamics and mechanics into online play. Get rid of the friggin' dolphin dive. I'm done with the dolphin dive. I'm done with the easiest throws ever being made. I want this type of user input to make these plays work, because it just happens far too often. And outside of all that cool stuff, there's a lot of just little things I wanted to point out. Forgive me if I'm looking down because I am reading them off the paper. Why Derek Jeter did they pick for this first storyline? A quote from Jared Schiff, the lead producer on this project. He's that dude. I like that. What's different about this version of storylines versus the Negro Leagues? Storylines overall has a mission: educate, enlighten, and inspire. They take care and effort, and they take into consideration a player's impact. And when talking about relatively modern players, of whom they have access to photos and videos and interviews, like Jeter is not old. He's played 9 years ago, kind of 10 years into retirement now. It's crazy. Matching his archive of data and footage with who Derek Jeter is as a player, it just seemed like the perfect fit. So that's why they picked Derek Jeter. This storyline is equal parts Derek Jeter and equal parts homage to New York City. They really went all in on it with the subway theme and the sounds, and they built a mock subway car in SDS to film this thing. Listen, I'm all for immersion. It's going to look super cool. They clearly poured a lot of effort into this project, but I also want you guys to understand that when they're working on one thing, like a Derek Jeter storyline, that doesn't mean the entire team at SDS is working on one project. This is where I do diverge a little bit from the community saying, holy crap, they're only working on storylines, nothing else. That's simply not true. Because they have people who were hired and whose job is to do storylines, entirely separate from the rest of the content. So, I understand your frustration, and this is where we're going to close here. I understand your frustration. To some degree, I feel it as well. I wish we had more information on February 23rd when early access begins March 15th. Truly, I do. But at the same time, I'm not going to get fed up at what the final product is until I see what the final product is. Impatience is running rampant, and I get it, but we have to try our best to be patient to see. Once all the feature premieres are done, once the game is in our hands, and we've still not learned anything new, potentially, now we can have a conversation. The marketing has been a little odd. I completely agree. But let's not bash a game that we don't even know what's in it yet. And that'll do it, everybody, for this feature premiere news roundup. Did I miss anything? Let me know in the comments. I don't think I did. I was pretty tuned in to the premiere last night all over Twitter. And of course, I'm always following the other voices in the community to see what they have to say. If we do get 2 more legends in this storyline, who do you think they're going to be? Like I said, my picks are A-Rod and Hideki Matsui. Let me know if you agree, disagree, if you think it's 2 completely random other assholes. Let me know. And I'll see you guys next time.